Hi, my name is Jana, and welcome to Jersey Speech Coaching. I am here today to talk to you about a New Jersey accent and how to decrease that accent if you want your speech to sound more like standard American English. Daniel Webster once gave a quote which reads, "If all my possessions were taken from me with one exception, I would keep the power of communication, for by it I would soon repair all the rest." I value that quote because I feel strongly about communication and speech. And I feel that if you can have standard English and would like to, I'm going to show you 9 easy steps to reduce a Jersey accent. When I was in 6th grade, I walked up to my principal. He asked me a question. I responded with the word, yeah. He came over to me and he said, "Please use the word yes and not yeah, because by using yeah, people will think you have not gone to school." His words have stuck with me for all these years, and I try my best to get everybody that wants to reduce their speech accent to sound more fluent. This tape is particularly helpful for those of you who are going off to college, or those of you in business, or those of you approaching an interview and would like to sound more like standard American English, which is that English which is used by national broadcasters and most broadcast journalists. The first step in accent reduction is to recognize what you are using in your speech patterns that is different from standard English. The first step is listening. Remember to listen. Listening is powerful. The first step in reducing any accent is to listen carefully to the speakers of the accent that you are already speaking. If you listen to the actors on the show The Sopranos, or if you listen to the people on the show The Jersey Shore, you'll soon be able to detect what determines a Jersey accent. The second step in changing any kind of accent is to be aware of your speech articulators. That is your tongue, your teeth, your jaw, your lips. Where they are and where they are positioned helps determine the sounds. First very important part about New Jersey accents is that people in New Jersey are in a rush. New Jersey is associated with Manhattan, and Manhattan is in a state of frenzy. People living in New Jersey have adapted some of those kind of attitudes to their speaking patterns. Therefore, many of the New Jersey speech patterns are rushed. Such an example is, "What you doing?" I refer to this as clipping. Words are clipped in "what you doing." It's not "what you doing," it is "what are you doing?" If you clip your words, that is one of the things to decrease, to eliminate a Jersey accent. Strategy is to relax and use slower speech. Clipping is a term that I have referred to as the Jersey way of cutting words down. It's the Jersey hurried accent. We hear typical clipping examples in words such as reading, dancing, and walking. In Jersey, people refer to these 3 words as reading, dancing, and walking. The sentence, "They are walking to the store to get their dancing shoes," is not standard American English. To make the word walkin' become standard English, we would have to enunciate the ing ending and make the word walking. They are walking to the store to get their dancing shoes. This ing ending, this clipped version, is one of the easiest ones to correct in accent reduction. I have seen many students correct this ing ending in a matter of several weeks. The fourth element of accent reduction to decrease your Jersey accent is your recognition and your ability to change the sound of the ah sound in a word such as coffee. In Jersey, this is referred to as coffee. There is a direct distinction between coffee, where my jaw is open, ah, coffee, my tongue is at the bottom of my mouth, versus coffee, coffee, where my lips are rounded. There's a very big distinction, and you can practice this one in front of the mirror. I had a cup of coffee, or I had a cup of coffee. Very, very common on college campuses. A Jersey student will be identified by the use of their word coffee and their word dog, which Jerseyans refer to as dog. The dog was walking near the coffee. It's very common to hear. And the standard English would be the dog with the ah sound was walking with the ah sound near the coffee. And when you say this quicker and when you get more proficient at it, it will sound very natural to you. The fifth element of Jersey speech is that which is referred to as a glottal shock. Now, a glottal shock does occur normally in conversation in standard English. However, New Jerseyans have made it more apparent in words such as mitten, mitten. In a glottal shock, your glottis, or the opening of your larynx, takes over for the two T's. So instead of saying mitten, New Jerseyans refer to it as mitten. And in the words such as President Clinton, New Jerseyans would refer to that as President Clinton. The other word that is very popular is little. People would say little in New Jersey. Another speech strategy to be aware of this is to concentrate on those medial T's and be aware that your tongue makes a tapping sound to the front part of your mouth in little, as opposed to little, where your tongue does not come up in the front part of your mouth. That's called the glottal shock. The sixth element to be aware of to try to decrease a Jersey accent is to be aware of the final R sound, the final vowel R, such as which becomes a schwa, such as in Jersey accent. In this picture, there is a mother, a father, and a daughter. In Jersey, this would be referred to as a father, mother, and a daughter. The clipping that I referred to earlier in this video is seen in this dropping of the ER sound. It's very common for people to say Dr. Miller in Jersey, where the word is Dr. Miller. So you're making your lips rounded and you have a tighter retraction of your tongue. The seventh element in trying to decrease your Jersey accent is related to the past one that I spoke about. The past one was dropping ERs or R endings, and this one is something about intruding an R, adding an R. It is called an intrusive R, and people in New Jersey will add an R to the end of words, such as idea and Alaska. In Jersey, these are commonly heard as idea and Alaska. So be aware of the R's, either dropping the ending or adding one. Be aware of how the word is spelled and what word goes with which sound. The eighth element in decreasing a Jersey accent is your recognition of the sound ah. This is a man. It's commonly referred to as man, m-an. In Jersey, people would commonly refer to this picture as a man. There's a difference between ah and ah. The ah, such as bad, sad, is an open mouth with your tongue at the bottom of the mouth. Ah, ah, as opposed to eh, eh. When I say eh, my lips are spread further apart and my tongue is tighter. Be aware of this sound. It is not correct in standard English to say, I put the items in the bag. It is, I put the items into the bag. The ninth element to keep in mind when reducing your Jersey accent is to remember that the use of the sound TH is one where your tongue is between your teeth, such as mother, mother, father, brother. In New Jersey and in many parts of New York, the D is substituted for the TH. So the sound becomes something such as brother or mother. I am overemphasizing this because it is not quite that much of a D, but is somewhere in between a D and a TH. So be mindful of the TH sound in your speech to try to eliminate a Jersey accent. You have seen several steps necessary to get rid of a Jersey accent. Whether you are going to college for the first time, going on an interview, or doing your everyday business assignments, knowing how to decrease a Jersey accent and to use standard American English will be beneficial. To recap what we've discussed in this film, I'd like to go over the 9 key elements. First is listening. Listen to your own speech and that of others. Learn what sounds you would like to acquire and which sounds you would like to decrease in your own speech. The second thing is to be aware of your mouth and all the articulators, your lips, your tongue, your teeth, and your jaw. All of these help to produce new sounds and help eliminate the old sounds. The third thing is to remember that in Jersey speech is called the frenzied or harried speech. And that is what accounts for the clumping of words such as what you doing, and the clipping of sounds at the end of words, such as walking, talking. The fourth thing to remember is the common, what I refer to as the coffee sound. It is not a cup of coffee, it is a cup of coffee. The fifth thing is to remember to eliminate the glottal shock, such as mitten, bottle, mitten, bottle. The sixth thing to remember is the dropping of the ER. Remember to retain that ER in words such as brother, mother, and never. The other part of that R is the intrusive R. Remember to not add an R into words such as idea. The word is idea, not idea. Another vowel sound, which is the 8th element, is the vowel sound of A, such as bag, man, fan, bat. In Jersey, it is commonly heard as bag, man, fat. It is not an A, it's an A. And you'll notice these mouth movement changes if you look in a mirror. Compare the old to the new, and practice. The last element I discussed was the TH sound. Remember to put a TH sound into all words that include one, such as brother, mother, these, not brother, not mother. Those are some of the elements I've recapped for you in trying to eliminate your Jersey speech. Remember, you listen and practice. And if you want to hear a good example of Jersey speech, you can hear the Sopranos, or, as I've mentioned before, the Players on the Jersey Shore, and see how their speech interferes with standard speech. And I wish you luck in decreasing a Jersey accent.